What is going on, everybody? We are back with some more Hogwarts Legacy, and yeah, I took a couple days off, man, from playing the game, and now it feels really good to be back on, man. It feels very refreshing, and I am so ready to be back at getting back to the story of this game, man. I have been doing a little bit of off-screen playing, basically. I haven't been doing any recording, but I did a little bit of playing. None of the story or missions, but I did a lot of side quests, man. And I'm finna get ready to show you guys what I've done so far. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, that helps the channel grow, man. I'm also doing a giveaway for that God of War Ragnarok, which is an awesome collector's edition one. So comes with a lot of stuff. So if you're looking to pick that up, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Also hit that like button. Like I said, that really helps the channel grow. And yeah, man, just been awesome, man. I'm having a great time. But like I said before, I've been doing some off-screen play. So basically, this is what I'm a level 31 now, and I got 60% of the challenges done. I have 2 talent points, which I think I'm gonna focus more on these 3 right here. I think I want the rest of the 4 of these and the other 4 of these, and I think I can only get a couple more of these. I'm gonna skip these ones right here. So let's go to the challenges. All right, so exploration, you see that's 92% for the field guide pages, 70% for that. And let's take a look. So the Merlin trials. For the storage, I have completed every single one of them. So you probably will not see me do any more Merlin trials in this. The landing platforms, still got to do those. This broom appearance, I got to pop more balloons. Still things like that. Combat, I still got a lot of different things to do in that. Dueling features, got a lot to go, but let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Look at entire state. Let's see. All right, we're gonna do this one right here. Oh, and this is something that I found during the my off-screen play right here. That's why it's a level 37. It's some guys held up with Ashwanders at the Clagmar castles. I really want to take that on, but not right now. Let's go ahead. Let me show you guys the map also. So let's go to the world map. So this is what I have been doing. You see a lot of stuff is cleared out. It used to be a lot of Merlin trials around here, but now you got like these little side things right here. Dugbog Lair, Mongrel Lair. That's like a shop, a vendor. See, here go. It's still some Merlin trials left, but I don't really think it's no use for them, really. I don't know. Maybe I'll complete them at the end of the game, but I did a lot of I got some fast travels, man. Also, I went way over here, so I found the entrance, and I went over here early. So I went down here, fast travel, and I went way back here. So I have fast travel points way back here if I need to. And this is where that one guy is at that I was talking about. That's where I found him somewhere over. His mission was from somebody way over here. But other than that, I just want to say that I also did the let's see if I can. I don't think I can. Let me see. No, I don't think I could show you guys that. But the Alamora, the unlocking doors, I did every single one of his. You have to find those statues with the glowing balls that they had at night. I did every single one. So basically, I don't just have the unlock 1, I have the unlock 3.
Dick thinks you should
So
be
basically,
proud of all the potions
I can unlock
you've brewed.
every single door. Now, I thought that would be useful to have. I also upgraded this a little bit, as you guys can see. My plants have been growing real nice. I can't really collect because I got enough of them. I added this, the large one, which is the venomous tentacula now. I can grow that. Fluxweed stems, I grow that. Also, I don't know if I showed this, but I got fertilizer over here working, and what else? I got a little table back here. This is the table that creates random stuff. Creates really random stuff. This is I think just the dillweed table. But this table creates random. That's why I got that question mark on it. Kind of like the potions up here. But I made this room look a little bit better. More fitting. And I don't know if I showed it, but I added this really cool looking table right here too as well. In the middle, I got these 3. They make that moon crystal. You know, because I was running out of crystal to make stuff, so I was like, I need 3 of them. So I got 3 potions, and these are the random potions. I got like 3 of them. I got 2 potion stations. Yep. That's pretty much where I'm at now, and we're gonna get up out of here and go to this main mission. Well, not main mission really, but it's another side quest, but I'll do a main mission afterwards. Alright. Just waited all night to speak to her in the morning. Alright.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl, and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide.
I mean, I would be
Your
worried.
uncle may be in trouble.
If he
You're
normally
much more
sends you that
understanding than
stuff
Professor
and
Weasley.
you didn't
She
get
heard
it.
I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the
That's
grounds.
strange, don't you think?
She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
All right, let's
Roland, what have you got?
let's check north then. I think I can take off from my room right here. All right.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
Oh, I just realized I was going the wrong way. I'm heading towards the gold. That's the main story mission, and I should be heading towards this. The flying is nice, but somehow I just really wish that they could have made the flying a little bit faster. Like, you know, a little bit more power to the broom. A little bit more power.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead.
Goblins. I won't rest until you're dead.
Me either.
Come here, you.
Now to find out what happened here.
All right,
Revelio.
piece of cake. Let's go collect this stuff. All right. Professional blazer uniform. What is that over there? Oh, there's some stuff right there. Okay.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
Ranrock's lot agreed to meet, but I do feel a tad uneasy. They amended their request and were angry when I asked questions. I overheard some of their plan and gobbledygook. They're after my rare metal deposits that are suitable for drilling. I'm afraid of upsetting them further. They seem rather volatile, and I need this transaction to happen. Perhaps we can work out a compromise, perhaps not. Roland Oakes.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Revelio. I should investigate. Revelio.
All that for another crappy. Wasted time. I don't know, because it seems like a lot of the chests now are not really giving me they're not really giving me any good gear. All right, let's take a look at this map. Okay, from the camp, you gotta cross over on the river. All right. What is this right here?
Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I've made yet. I tell you this, I dream of making a better world.
Your poaching days are over.
That was easy. All right.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Okay, so this is not it.
What do we have here? Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. What was that? Petrificus totalis. I may have more luck higher up in the keep. A ladder. That's what I need.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
Petrificus totalis.
That's right.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. sworn. Patricus Totalis.
Someone there? Who's over here? Let's get this over with.
Descendo! Accio! Spelliarmus!
Don't even try it, dude. Brush you up.
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
Alright.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Aha! Wait a minute.
No ritual wizard will be spared.
What do I need that for? That box. Okay. Alright, let's get down here.
What will we find in here? Revelio.
It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
Hello? I will make you pay.
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Ranrock has fooled you all, to your demise.
Revelio.
Aloha Mora.
Revelio.
Alright, nothing really in here. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, okay, it just let me up above where. Whoa.
Accio.
Alright.
Levioso. Depulso. Revelio.
Alright, we got a little secret chest back here.
Revelio.
He'll learn his lesson after being locked away. You can count on that. You will regret coming here.
Protego! Expelliarmus!
I won't rest until
Descendo! Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
Nice.
Revelio!
A few things right there. Alright. Let's keep moving. Something way back over there.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the
Revelio!
wizard kind will submit to us once the war is over.
Petrificus totalis! A boiler door. How to open it?
It won't be long now.
Revelio! Petrificus totalis!
Who is it?
Revelio!
one of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Petrificus
Ready to
totalis!
fight? Not quiet. Someone is taking out.
Descendo! Accio!
My left shoes are to worry. Stop! I'm afraid.
Oh, crap.
Why do this?
Protego!
Get accustomed. No!
Expelliarmus!
I will make.
You only have Manrock to blame. Revelio! Confringo! Revelio!
Nice. Alright. Found a bunch of stuff here. Can't carry no more wiggle potions, so I make a lot of it anyway, so.
Revelio!
Alright, so I guess this door has to be open. Okay, so I can't climb back up that way.
Confringo! Revelio! Revelio.
Oh, I really didn't check down here. All right.
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
How nice of you to stop by. Where did they go?
They coming.
This is where you will fade.
Instantly.
I will make I've been fighting since before.
Incendio.
I won't rest. Dead. I will make you pay. Was that your best? Your spell glance off of me.
Nice move.
Arresto momentum. Stupefy.
I won't rest.
Stupefy. Too late for you to learn the error of your way. Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Revelio.
All right, I finally got something that's better. Whoa.
Revelio.
Someone's here.
Good for you.
You can't stop.
Arresto momentum. Revelio. Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please. My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. How did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every Knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
Or have you? Maybe you can tell me what you heard.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
I'm grateful I was able to help you,
Well,
Mr.
that's
Oakes.
unfortunate.
Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my
Doesn't
trading
give you
habits,
the,
always analyzing
the
my
right to
detailed
do
owls.
what you're doing, guy.
If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Handcrafted necklace. Alright. Alright, let's do this. The main mission. Let's also look at the gear. No, it wouldn't be no point in that because I'll lose like 12 offense just because I got that ancient magic on. That's like 1. No, none of those are worth it. That one's not worth it. Nope. None of these are. Even this one, it's like 1, you know, it wouldn't be worth it. Nope, that one wouldn't be worth it either. I wonder if, I think that was an appearance that I got. Yeah, it was. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's nice. Let's wear that. All right. Let's get out of here. I think I'm going. Really, map is not available. So are you telling me I gotta go way back up out of here? Okay.
Revelio.
Oh, okay. It's directing me anyway.
Revelio.
What's that? No.
This looks like trouble. Revelio. What went on here?
You call that spell casting? No! I will make you pay.
Revelio. Crescendo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Leviosa! Stupefy! Confringo! Potato! Stupefy! Defender! Confringo! Revelio.
Alright. Let's get this. Some over
How
here.
nice to see you, my young friend.
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends.
Show yourself, if you're there.
Let's say if you're there. Nice. Ah, crap. Let's just let's just fast travel over there, man.
Travel broadens the mind.
All right.
An intruder!
You made
All right,
it.
let's speak to Sebastian.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's.
All right,
This way.
lead the way, sir.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Let me actually let me change my gear, man. it is. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Look, I look more like a pirate with this. Look. So yeah, I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna go like that. I'm going to, I don't know, for some reason, let me, wow, that's nice. I didn't know I had that. One of these is the, okay, it's up here. That's the relic schoolhouse. The one that oh, this is the one that I opened the chest, the house chest, and got. Yep, because I did all the tokens as well. I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Let's give ourselves. Yeah, I like those. All right, get myself better handwear. All right, I'm gonna go like that. Well, you know what? Let me speak with Anne.
Sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Don't mind if I do. Let's talk to Anne.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. wish you well.
All right, let's speak to Solomon, the angry uncle.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance of what I'm dealing with.
Gonna budge.
I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died.
I can say that.
After Anne was hurt, he only
was really
grew worse.
angry.
It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Revelio.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. My book. Hogwarts teach you nothing. I won't. Let me down at once. You are postponing the examination.
I feel as though you're not even trying.
Barbara White is coming back this way. Can't handle a little decay. Why can't I hit you? You've made your last mistake.
Oh, yeah?
Seems your heart isn't in this at all. How nice of you.
Arrest those lessons.
A miss!
Protego! Arrest those momentum.
Who do you think you are?
Depulso!
How childish!
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio!
Nice.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Yes, sir.
They
Let's
seem
have a
to have
look
set
around.
up camp here for
Revelio.
a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Revelio! Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Revelio!
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
It is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I saw a man. Much like my father, we had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems as arbitrary not to help them as it would be to rid them of their torment.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
I travel here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggles is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence of doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Revelio! Depulso! Revelio! You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Lumos! I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Well, don't hold it anymore, because we're going through this secret passageway.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, Look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Doesn't look familiar to me.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to see Anne would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Alright, nice. Alright, now we got a new quest available. Alright.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbarton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Alright, I got quests coming in. So I gotta meet Natty too as well. But I think I'm gonna stop right here. I want to thank you guys for following along again on this continued journey, man. This game has been awesome. Hopefully we can get down to the bottom line of what happened to Anne and try to fix her, man. I mean, it's a sad thing to see someone in so much pain for nothing like that. But if you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. That helps let others know about the channel. And, you know, if it's something they're interested in, hopefully they'll subscribe too as well. But I want to thank you all again. You know, we're going to keep moving forward. And I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a good night.